Yes, thank you, Sean. We'll kind of roll them into one. We've got 10 minutes left. It's been an interesting week and it's been an interesting show. I think I'll start off the Holier Than Thou today with the Prime Minister himself, who earlier in the month seemed to have this kind of religious awakening to the vast sort of diversity of media channels available to the Prime Minister and to his party in this country, and appeared to vow to make use of as many of them as possible. Now, few people would have been as chuffed as I to hear that the Prime Minister had this newfound enthusiasm for media hopping. Chris Luxon's made no appearances on the platform at all since before he was Prime Minister. So full of optimism, I sent out a polite inquiry to his office this week, expecting, of course, a swift and enthusiastic response. We got nothing. Absolutely nothing. Didn't even have the decency to reply. And in fact, just days after I sent that request to his media advisor, news broke that his press secretary was resigning. So, whether we was the straw that broke the camel's back, who knows? But what I just say to you is, stop ignoring us. Matthew Hooton is next up, and he's got himself in some trouble again for making what Don Brash alleges are defamatory comments about his character. Now, can I start by saying part of the problem here is that someone keeps asking Matthew Hooton for his opinion on things, and whoever that person is, I'll pay you to stop. This guy just absolutely mass produces bad takes like there's no tomorrow. It's quite the sight to see when he goes on one of his sort of mad rambles, red-faced, arms waving about like he's flagging down a container ship, and he's called Damien Grant a dickhead as well. Hooton's one of those people, though, that kind of gets wheeled out at the moment by lefties when they want a supposedly centre-right commentator to bag the government or another conservative commentator, and it's just getting a little bit embarrassing. His tirade on Bomber Bradbury's podcast was aimed at Don Brash and the Hobson's Pledge group, which he suggested doesn't believe in its mission statement and is purely full of these evil-natured racists trying to divide the country for no apparent reason. A characterisation which can be quite serious with regards to defamation cause and in terms of evaluating character. He extended that to David Seymour and the ACT Party's Treaty Principles Bill as well, which I thought was slightly uncalled for. The video has since been removed from YouTube, and Hooton's trying to wriggle his way out of being taken to court by Brash for unduly damaging his character through defamatory statements. Perhaps unsurprisingly, hasn't jumped at the chance to be interviewed on our show about that. Maybe a wise move, but it's not the first terrible take from the man who thought that Todd Muller was going to be the next best Prime Minister we've ever had. And not the first bad take that's been espoused on Bomber Bradbury's podcast either. I'm sure it won't be the last. Tory Farnow also deserves a mention here. She's had a turbulent week, and the sold my car thing has attracted plenty of attention. What I think's more fascinating, though, about the whole situation is her suggestion that she lied about her financial decisions on national radio because she was tired, and then assigned the ensuing criticism to the trials and tribulations of being a wahine Māori politician. Once again, lying to your voters and then saying, stop coming after me for being a Māori woman, has long lost its effect in avoiding criticism. What does work for Tory is not going on certain media platforms, and that's the tactic the Mayor has long taken with us, and she has persisted with this week with her lack of interest in communicating to the many Wellingtonians who listen to and engage with the platform. And that'll do for the first half